Ladies and gentlemen, J Jones LiveCon 2 continues. We're live inside the dealers. Well, not live now because it's recording. But I'm looking here. Whatever.
Business, obviously.
We see necklaces.
Yes.
And not voodoo dolls.
They're not voodoo dolls.
They're just dolls.
Yes.
I did an internship in Germany.
Look at here. So we journey down. Statues. Lots of statues. And more. And even big artwork. Loads of artwork. All the artwork. We turn around and there are more shirts. Lots of shirts.
Except that what we do is all custom, so it's whatever you can think of and design.
Custom shirts, ladies and gentlemen. Custom. That means that they make it the way you want it.
Exactly.
They have, let's see, they have little, what do you call it? I can't think. Toasters. Mouse pads. They got koozies.
Got a towel down there, a spirit towel.
Spirit towel. Spirit towel.
There's a big case. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Also, we have comic book characters on posters and others. Loads of posters.
Not only did he not get any rights, but the court ruled
And we turn around. Ladies and gentlemen, there are rubber ducks. And we have graphic novels. Lots of graphic novels. And more shirts. Even more shirts. All the shirts. Uh-oh. All this and a lot more. Let's go right here. More necklaces. All the necklaces. Have earrings. And not just any earrings. Earrings with skulls on them. And other jewels. So much jewelry. Then we have other games and such from Clockwork. We have stuffed things. We have posters. All types of stuff. We have hats and caps and
Replica prop guns.
what?
Replica lighter guns, actually.
These are replicas, ladies and gentlemen. Replicas. Oh my God.
What's the replica lighter?
So many of them. All of them.
I figured you might use some commentaries.
Yes. And then there's artwork. Loads of artwork. Even more artwork down here. How do?
Oh, I got something to wait, have a laugh at.
Do what?
I got something about the internet. Last in the past video, an old septic commercial.
Oh my God.
I don't think.
I might be
It
older.
was made. I think it was. You weren't even your daddy go. Yeah.
Oh.
Direction.
Right? Purses. Loads of purses. Even more purses. I'm sorry?
Carpet bags.
Carpet bags.
Yes.
We call them carpet bags here.
Yes, they're stacked like trophy bags.
Indeed.
Stacked like, wait, they're
They also, there are mini suits and dresses here. For the kids. There we go. We do it for the kids. Even the hats. And more hats. We even have swords here. All the swords. Even more swords. Look at how quality these swords are.
shark you're looking for?
Do what?
Something shark you're looking for?
No. We're touring the dealer's room. So many swords. This is where people who aren't good with sharp objects should not be.
These are always popular.
What's that? What? How did they even do that? Inception.
Those are always popular.
There's so many.
Batman throwing knives there.
Oh my god. I didn't know there were so many.
The Sweeney Todd straight razor.
Those look like pins.
Yep. Just a regular pin,
Just regular old pin.
but it just happened to have a nice reinforced sharp tip.
Oh snap.
Going for pressure points. And then
I don't want to get stabbed by that.
Look like regular pins
But they're not pins.
until you pull them in half. That's a pen knife.
A pin knife. They have the Dragon Balls. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dragon Balls.
Yep. Make a wish.
Where's the dragon?
Then I got a Death Note wallet.
One Death Note wallet.
And Full Metal Alchemist pocket watch.
Pocket watches. Yeah, pocket watches. They got so many different types of accessories.
And it's got the inscription.
Don't forget. 3 dot. No. Oh, October.
Yeah.
October 11th
Yeah.
or 3rd. I forget.
Yeah. 3rd of October, 11th is the year. They got asterisks because they don't necessarily say what year.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not exactly matching the calendar. Then Naruto headbands. And Harry Potter ones.
Wands. You can basically get your entire nerd on. And of course, the lightsaber. As long as he doesn't slice us with it, we're okay here. We're gonna be okay, ladies and gentlemen. I hope. We might not die. We just might not die. And crossbows.
Yeah, in case you're gonna go vampire hunting.
Talk about that later. And then we have something here.
Hello.
It's a pretty fan.
Thank you.
I've gotten Eliza. I get Lisa.
So many custom things here. It looks like.
Custom things. Yay.
I don't know what they are. And it looks like they're handmade.
Of course they are. This is a magical girl Cheerilee. Yay.
Oh my god.
It's a work in progress.
It's a pony that's a magical girl.
There's a guy walking around with a Pinkie Pie, and I made her hair entirely springs, and it was great.
Wow. So much stuff here. And don't forget, buttons! Loads of buttons! All the buttons! You can get buttons! Yeah, I don't know why I skipped this table, and I shouldn't have skipped this table.
This table, this is the most awesome table.
Because this has
Jewelry.
jewelry.
Handmade solder charms featuring different bits of art from all kinds of artists. and
All
a
types of
million
art.
different kinds of genres.
Arts, all in jewelry form. Aha! Inception.
So it's wearable art.
You can wear your art. Ha ha!
And I do custom work too, so if you have like a particular artist that is all about wanting to have jewelry made. I can make jewelry using that particular artist, provided I have their permission.
Awesome. Back here,
Dice Central. That's right.
loads of dice. Oh my god, there are so many dice, it's not even funny. But it is. Haha. There's loads of dice. Lots of dice.
Just a couple.
Even in colors.
You can come back here too.
I'll get there eventually. Just kind of taking a quick glance around right now.
Loads and loads of dice, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen so many dice in one place.
I think this is less than 1/10 of 1%. Being honest. I know, because I'm working on the inventory as we speak.
1/10 of 1% of how much?
Of this.
There's-
That's what this is.
So imagine if it were 1,000 times more, I think, if my math is right. My math is probably wrong.
No, you're right. But it's only 997. But, you know,
So much dice.
What do you play?
I don't play. I know a lot of people who do
he's
play.
doing the video level.
I'm going through, look at all these dice, and then these are
I tried to make a dice
100-sided dice?
Yes, a dice that was so shiny you could see your face in it.
Let's see. Can we see? I can see my face in them. They're so shiny. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 100-sided dice. Little did I think it was possible, but it is. Look at this. It's crazy. I didn't think dice could go that high.
Did somebody walk off with our D total? Did somebody walk off with our D total? I don't see it out
Nothing I
here.
know of.
Well, it's not here.
Look in here.
Well, it might be around.
Even more dice. All the dice, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I think we should bring out.
Actually, they were saying 1/10 of 1%, which means there's even that much more elsewhere.
Yes, it's called a warehouse, and that's why we found it. Outstanding.
So much.
So much fun for
What?
so little money.
This dice won an award at Origins 09 as the most innovative game accessory of the year. And you have to read it so that all the numbers face the same direction. And when you read this, if you're going to roll it as a 3-sided dice, you look at 3 o'clock. Think about a wristwatch. And you look at 3 o'clock, you can see 3 dots. But this face has only 1 dot, and this face has 2 dots. Am I making sense?
Yep.
So that's what would happen if you rolled it as a 3-sided dice. If you roll it as a 4-sided dice, you can see a picture of a 4-sided dice at 4 o'clock. And a number inside the triangle tells you what you have generated as a roll of a 4-sided dice. At the 5 o'clock position, do you see Roman numerals?
Yep.
So that is what happens if you roll it as a 5-sided dice. If you roll this as a 6-sided dice, you read the number inside the square, which is actually the shape of a 6-sided dice. At 7 o'clock, do you see a number that
Yep.
is 7 or less? At 8 o'clock, can you see the picture of an 8-sided dice? What do you think we did at 12 o'clock?
I don't know.
12-sided dice. So now you know how to read 8 of the faces that are on the dice. But it can also roll as a 30, a 40, a 50, a 60, a 70, an 80, and a 100-sided dice. And in the center, the numbers are 1 through 24.
Awesome.
So it's an 18-sided, can do the work of 18 other designs.
This is I don't even know what you want to call it. It's a universal dice.
Yes, it's a complete set in one piece, and it does dice that don't even exist yet. Like nobody made an 80-sided dice, but this dice can generate as though it was an 80.
Now that is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. In color maps. Damn color maps. So much dice. I couldn't tell you how many dice they have, but they have a lot of dice.
I took 10 dice out of Red Box Dungeons and Dragons and stacked them on top of each other to make that first stack. Then I took 10 dice out of Red Box Dungeons and Dragons and I made a second stack. And you can see that the second stack is shorter than the first stack by about 3/4 of an inch. The reason the second stack is shorter is because all the dice in the first stack were stacked with the number 1 facing the number 20, while all the dice in the second stack were stacked with the number 9 facing the number 12, which proves that these dice are egg-shaped. And these are dice that are made by Koplau, these are dice made by the Armory, these are dice that come from Taiwan, and they're sold under a host of other names. Everybody pretends that they make them, but they don't. But the bottom line is that they're egg-shaped, and the stacks prove that they're not the same size. And the last 2 stacks are from Game Science. Those are my dice. And as you can see, they stack to the same height.
Impressive. This is something you have to see here at AggieCon because it's awesome.
Thank you.
Y'all are awesome. And finally, we'll end up with these guys.
Hello. Food from the con suites.
Food.
And it's free. Well, you pay for it with your entry, but it's so good.
Ah.
And I'm dripping. It's so good, I'm dripping.
What? Ladies and gentlemen, he is so good, I'm dripping. Take that however you want.
I'm going to try not to take it at all.
Is that right?
Yeah. Really? And that's what you tell me now? And
Yeah.
Okay. Not previous.
And of course, what con would not be a con without shirts? There are so many shirts. I couldn't tell you how many shirts there were because I didn't make them.
I'm sure. It's a lot though.
As you can see, all this and more at AggieCon. More live on J Jones Live Studios.